it's Angela. I am here with your weekly guidance, and you are listening to Divinely Connected. As always, every Sunday we are here delivering a beautiful weekly guidance to let you know what you need to know over the next 7 days. This reading is for October 15th to the 21st. And don't forget to follow me over on my other social medias at Psychic Medium Angela McClellan to stay up to date in my in person messages from spirit events, classes, and offerings. All right, let's get to it, see what's happening. Oh, isn't this so lovely? So, we really have this peaceful, this content energy that's coming in the beginning of the week. And what's interesting about this is that I almost feel surprised by it because it is such a fast paced month, is the feeling that October brings. Positive, just or light energy, but just fast paced, lots happening, that type of thing. What I love about this type of lull is that it's the sense of peace and contentment. And so you're able to sit, you're able to reflect, you're able to I almost feel like you're sitting there listing your gratitudes. Like, you know what I mean? Being like, oh, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful that for that's how that worked out, that type of thing. And you're really standing in your power with this energy. Now, this is also the sensation of we're reflecting, we're peaceful, we're in contentment, and then we are also going, okay, let's plan moving forward. So it is this little bit of a check in with yourself, a little bit of this type of get connecting with yourself, being organized for yourself, reflecting where you've come from, planning on where you're going, making a game plan is really the feeling that's coming in, but it's not coming in out of scarcity. It's not coming out of hustle mentality or lack of trust that what needs to be done is going to be done. It's in this very self empowering energy, this very much in alignment with your self energy. And I'm really happy to see this coming in. Now, there's a lot of resilience coming up. There's also bringing through the strength card, which is reminding you that you are able and capable. And even as you're sitting there, and even as you're kind of making the plans or using your energy to figure out what the best way to move forward is, how we're going to be able to do what we need to do, there's that reminder that you're able and capable. So every time that we get this overwhelmed feeling, they immediately neutralize it. And so one thing at a time. Don't look at the whole thing, right? Like I did in the beginning of October when I looked at my my October calendar and I was like, "Oh my god." I literally went home and I was like, "Children, you need to decide within the next 48 hours what you're being for Halloween because I know October is just going to fly by." Right? And so there is definitely potential of getting overwhelmed when you're looking at what needs to be done or the timeline that it needs to be done in, etc. But there really is feeling like they're like, I understand that that's what you're feeling, but that's not the case because they're showing you that you're in control here, right? And so when these feelings of overwhelm come up, they are immediately neutralizing it, which means that there's a positive, easy solution moving forward. It may feel huge that you can't accomplish it, or it's just so much. How are you ever going to get it all done? One nugget at a time, one step at a time. Don't look at the whole mountain, right? Anybody's going to get overwhelmed when they're looking at the entire mountain, and it may be a mountain that you never climbed before, right? This is more of the sense of we will get you there. That's what your divine team is saying. They will get you there. They will get you to where you need to be, but you need to just do what's in front of you. One day at a time, one step at a time. And as you chip away and do what you need to do for you, then all of a sudden you're going to be halfway up that mountain and you don't even realize it. And you're going to be moving through this experience with more ease than you anticipated because you're removing that falsehood that you're not capable of. Right? You are so capable. You're amazing. Right? There our capabilities are so vast, but that little mind, that little voice in our head loves to tell us lies, tell us that we can't do it, that it's too big, that you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough energy, you're so tired. You're able to do it. You can't do it in one bite. Nobody can, right? One nibble at a time, one step at a time is how they're going to help you through this, okay? We also pulled the dragonflies. So again, I know, I just got the shivers. Somebody uses these dragonflies as a sign or symbol. It just literally jumped right off the card. So this is for you. If your dragonflies is a symbol for you, you've been seeing a lot of dragonflies, make sure that you're listening to this message. We have the Six of Feathers coming in. This is a transition or an experience for you that you're going through that is conflicting through intellect and heart, right? And so I see the back and forth, and I see how intellectually, right, you know what needs to be done. You have the right knowledge, you have the right education, you have the right thoughts, you have the right boundaries. The intellect is there. The emotions really complicate things, right? Those dang emotions. They love to complicate things, right? And there is this feeling of a lot of inconsistency in the emotions. And I think that up and down energy is why that is coming up, right? And so you're almost finding yourself on this roller coaster of emotions, but yet you are kind of looking and reflecting and still trying to figure it out, right? It's almost like you're seeking. And so what spirit is recommending at this time is this feeling of allowing yourself to feel the full spectrum of emotions. Don't believe it all, though, right? We feel thousands of emotions a day, just like we think thousands of thoughts a day. Not all of them actually are accurate, right? A lot of it is BS. And so there's this feeling of let yourself feel it, because that's what's going to release it, right? There's also the looking, and they're saying, but stop looking outside of yourself. The answers are within. You know what is best, wanting you to use your intuition, wanting you to trust within yourself, wanting you to invest in yourself. There's also the queen energy coming in. And this is really you taking charge of the situation, and this very sensation of safety and security. And so they're wanting you to lean into that. They're wanting you to understand that you know what is best for you, and that your intuition is going to be able to navigate this for you. And even though the emotions are going up and down, feeling them and releasing them and stabilizing them, regulating your emotions are then going to create a foundation for you to hear your intuition and to trust within your own creativity. And creativity comes in for you. Of course, I think we all think of artistic creativity at first, but we are the creators of our lives. We create our reality, right? And so we're able to create a life for ourselves, an experience for ourselves, a relationship for ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, how we talk to others, what we believe in, everything that we are will create the reality around us. So reminding yourself that you hold that power. And if your reality right now isn't what you want it to be, then good news. You hold the power to be able to change that. And that's where going within and trusting within your intuition is going to help with the peace and the healing. Okay, so there's abundance and prosperity in the healing part of your life, and in the peace seeking. And so this may be simplifying. This may be asking for help. This may be delegating. This may be facing our shadows, facing our fears, right? We're in eclipse season, and eclipse season is where we kind of go into those closets, or we go into those cupboards, and we finally organize or throw out what needs to be thrown out. And this is internally and this is externally. This can be material things, but most importantly, it's internal things. So limiting beliefs, traumas, emotions that make us feel uncomfortable. So we just push them back down. All of this is surfacing and coming up. And this is where they're saying, feel it and release it. Remember that you hold the power here. And if you're wanting your external world to change, you have to change your internal world, your beliefs, your self love, your internal dialogue. All dictate your external world, right? And so there needs to be a shift and a change in there. And that seems to be really a major point that's coming in within this week. Okay. We also have the hangman, which means you ain't moving fast enough for your own liking. You want this done like yesterday. And I get that. There needs to be a little bit of patience coming in. I also see a delay. So if you're waiting on an answer, a parcel, an appointment, there may be rescheduling, there may be delays, that type of thing. It's annoying AF. I get it, but it is what it is. Don't hang on to that energy, release it. Okay. There is this feeling of, um, stuckness. So, like, I want to move forward, but I'm standing here. And I think that's where the patience needs to come in. This is not a long wait. Okay. And so, a lot of the times when we have this, it triggers our ego. And then we're like, oh, it's never going to happen. Of course, it's not going to happen for me. Nothing ever works out for me. Right. But that's not true. They're making me feel like, oh, this is just a flash in the pan. Like, don't worry about it. Don't borrow trouble with this, because the action card comes out next. And this is you taking control. This is you going, okay, I'm pushing my emotions aside here, and I am saying what needs to be said in a controlled, factual manner, right? And so if we are upset or we are frustrated, we are not running our mouths. That's not what this is. This is saying, okay, we can take some actionable steps. What else can we do? How else can we move forward? And although you're frustrated, your actions are not a reflection of the frustration. The frustration is allowing you to go in and change a direction, or to take a little detour and figure out another way to do it. There's the manifestation and the prosperity. So it's getting the outcome that you want. And quite frankly, it feels like a new beginning. It feels like, oh, because of this, we went this way, and now we have this new opportunity, new relationship, new experience. However, this comes in, it feels like it's aligned with something that you really were wanting and hoping for. And it's connected to the pentacles, which is your material world, your health, your body, your money, your car, home, things, job, income, ways of income. So this is new opportunity. This is change coming in as a result of that change in direction that may have been unexpected, but yet so part of your divine path. I love that. We also have the union card. So those who need to come forward are coming forward. Those who need to show up are showing up for you in a very emotional experience, meaning like this is affecting your heart chakra. This is coming in and loving love and support. This is coming in where then the result is you feeling good, or feeling safe, or feeling taken care of, feeling seen. And that seems really, really beautiful. Again, the timeline feels like it was so long. This was going to be so long. And yet here it is, right? So when they said earlier, don't borrow trouble, don't go worst case scenario, have patience, because it was a flash in the pan. It doesn't seem like it's a big, long wait, even though it's not a guaranteed, oh, it's right here, right? And so you need to kind of trust the process and trust your divine team there, wanting you to make sure that you're checking in with yourself. And even though this external stuff is lining up, I feel like it's a little bit distracting emotionally, because it is something that is, you're still there's uncertainty within you, there's vulnerability within you. And so maybe we're having health concerns, and maybe we had to advocate for ourselves, and we needed the effing scan. And we all know a CT or MRI, it takes forever to get into, right? And this would be all of a sudden you get your appointment, and we've been faced so much for time and energy on fighting for yourself and advocating for yourself and getting someone to take you serious and having, that scan booked. And now that it's booked, it's like, oh my God, it just got real. And so then we have these emotions of, what if they find something? How is this going to be? What if, and so it's very complex, the emotional experience, right? Needing you to create time for yourself to feel the full spectrum of emotions, right? And to use your intuition, lean into prayer, to help you navigate this. I feel as though, yeah, there's the comfort card. So I feel fine as the outcome. So the lessons here are are in alignment with regulating your emotions, trusting within yourself, speaking up for yourself, advocating yourself, speaking your truth, but in a controlled manner, not losing your shit, right? Because most people, we will feel guilty for that. And it's not that they regret what they said, they regret how they said it, how they went about it. And so this is a really wonderful week of holding yourself accountable, speaking up for yourself, rising above, communicating in efficient ways, leaning on your divine team. Major life lessons coming in connected to that, which is allowing you which is bringing in major, major growth. And they just said, and this is being learned in October because November and December, you're going to be owning this energy, right? And so what this does, even though this can be a uncomfortable experience, or you could be feeling some discomfort emotionally, it is building confidence within yourself, building confidence within your own self, within your own intellect, in your own intuition, in your own ability to communicate and advocate for yourself, which are huge life lessons here in the physical form. And I love it. And it's like we're working it out in October because it's going to serve us in really large ways in November and December. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. Don't forget, this week we have the Law of Attractions Masterclass, Live Your Vision, on the 17th. Registration is still open if you want to hop over to angemcclellan.com under the store tab, as well as on the 24th, we're doing the Intro to Oracle card. There's still time to get in on both of these classes. All the information's on my website. If you have any questions, you can email me at angela@angemcclellan.com or hit me up on my Facebook pages, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next weekend.